Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach who has lost and maintained a 140-pound weight loss. And today we're talking about cheat meals, cheat days. Should you have them on a weight loss journey and why? So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Down in the description box, I will have nutrition coaching. Highly recommend personalized macros and calories. That is what I follow to lose and maintain my 140-pound weight loss, as well as one-on-one coaching for questions, accountability, or to talk with me directly. Links, discounts to my favorite healthy things are also down below for you. So let's talk about cheat days. Should you have them on a weight loss journey? Why or why not? Now, I always say the one thing you don't want to do when you embark on a weight loss journey is restrict or eliminate any food or food group. It's just not sustainable long term. You're much better off allowing yourself to eat what you want in moderation, watching those portions, and just making sure that you're in a calorie deficit because that is where weight loss comes from. Sometimes it's hard to determine how much of those cheat types of things should we have. And I don't really like the word cheat. I like the word treat meal, treat day, and what exactly is a cheat meal, treat meal, whatever you want to call it. Basically what you're doing is giving yourself temporary permission to break whatever diet rules you have set in place for yourself. I follow an 80-20 approach. I followed this approach through my entire weight loss of 140 pounds. I continue to follow this approach in maintenance, and that is 80% good for me, whole, real, as healthy as possible foods, and then 20% fun foods. The theory behind this reward-based dieting strategy is that by allowing yourself brief periods of indulgence, you're more likely to stick to your prescribed diet the majority of the time. When using the cheat or treat strategy, people will typically employ either a cheat meal or cheat day approach. As the name implies, a cheat meal is a single meal that veers from your planned diet pattern, while a cheat day allows for free food choices throughout the entire day. I would recommend having a treat meal. I wouldn't allow yourself to go off the rails the entire day because what can happen is you can undo the calorie deficit you were in all week and then you're not going to see any weight loss success, especially if you're allowing yourself to just eat whatever you want for an entire day. I think you're better off having a meal once or even twice a week that falls in that 20% that allows you to eat the foods that you really love. Maybe it's pizza, maybe it's birthday cake, maybe it's sushi with your friends. Now, of course, what we eat is going to vary from person to person. We all have different tastes. We all have different things that we consider to be an indulgent meal. And oftentimes what happens when we have these cheat or treat days or meals is our body reacts maybe not in the most positive way. Our bodies can get used to not having fried foods, really high fat foods, sugary foods, and it can cause a lot of digestive distress in our body. I know that this definitely happens for me because, like I said, I've been following that 80-20 approach for a very long time. I discovered a supplement that really helps on those treat meals and those treat days, and that is from the brand Happy V. Thank you to Happy V for sponsoring this portion of today's video, and this is the Bloat and Digest. This is an amazing product that you take 30 minutes prior to enjoying a treat meal. It has 23 full spectrum digestive enzymes, so it's going to help your body effectively digest those treat meals without those negative side effects. The Bloat and Digest actually helps work to break down the food for less bloating, improved nutrient absorption, and more frequent bowel movements. It contains botanical extracts for gentle digestion and will help you avoid that digestive distress, pain, and gas. And you can actually take up to 4 pills per day. Like I said, you can take them prior to a meal, about 30 minutes before, or up to an hour after you've had your treat meal. Happy V Bloat and Digest really just helps to break down those foods. Protein, carbs, fiber, lactose, and even fat. I do have a discount code for Happy V. I will link it down below for you. So let's talk about if cheating or treat meals, treat days actually work when it comes to sustainable weight loss. Weight management and body composition are really complex processes. Not everyone responds the same way to certain strategies. You really have to find what works for you. I will tell you though, as a weight loss and nutrition coach, the majority of my clients that follow this 80-20 approach find it to be sustainable while they're losing weight and also during maintenance. And like I said, this is a process that I followed since day one, and I have maintained my 140-pound weight loss for over 3 years now. The reality is, you have to eat fewer calories than you're burning throughout the day to see weight loss. And with that, you should be able to have a treat meal once per week. You should be able to follow that 80-20 approach and still reach your goals. When we are in weight loss mode, we go through some metabolic changes. Thank you to Happy V for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Leptin is a hormone responsible for suppressing feelings of hunger. Some research indicates that when someone experiences significant weight loss, leptin levels may decrease. However, the result is inconsistent with other studies. A common weight management theory is that with lower levels of circulating leptin, you're more likely to overeat because you don't have enough of the hormone sending you the signals that you're satisfied and full. This may lead to rebound weight gain. They say that obesity is a disease because it 100% is. People who struggle with obesity, it can be genetic, but it can also be based on the lack of leptin, that signal to you that you're satisfied and full and that you need to stop eating. If you allow yourself to have that treat meal or that treat day, you're less likely to indulge in those treats throughout the week because you have something to look forward to at the end of the week. But you're also not restricting or eliminating any foods or calories throughout the week. You're eating normal and then you're allowing yourself that treat meal. And sometimes this can actually trigger our bodies to lose weight more effectively. And by using a planned indulgence as a motivator for the week, this can be really beneficial. Some people can effectively resist temptation knowing that their cheat day is coming up, but not everyone can regulate their own eating behaviors in the same way. If you're unable to maintain some degree of self-control within your cheat meals or days, you run the risk of undoing your prior weight loss efforts if you end up eating more calories than you should. Even treat meals and treat days should be planned out. It shouldn't be a free-for-all. Even if you're going to allow yourself an entire day of treats, it shouldn't be a free-for-all. It should be planned out. You should have a healthy breakfast in the morning and then indulge maybe in lunch and have a dessert that evening. It should be something that you actually think about and plan out rather than that free-for-all. For some people, treat meals, treat days actually encourage unwanted, unhealthy behaviors. That's why I said that dieting, a lifestyle is different for every body. Every body reacts differently to treat meals and treat days. Like I said, sometimes I can experience some digestive distress. Until I found Happy V, that was a common occurrence for me. But truly sustainable weight loss isn't about eating as little as possible, restricting or eliminating any food or food groups. It's about what can you do forever. If you can do keto forever, then do keto to lose weight. Whatever you do to lose weight, you have to do that exact same thing to maintain that weight loss. That's why I always say don't eat foods that you hate just because you're trying to lose weight, because guess what? When you get to maintenance, you're gonna stop eating those foods and maybe you're going to treat yourself a little bit more, and slowly but surely you can get out of maintenance mode and into weight gain mode. Whatever you do to lose weight has to be sustainable long term. For me, that was following macros and calories. I tracked my calories, put myself in a calorie deficit, made sure I eat enough protein every single day, lost 90 pounds in 1 year, and like I said, have sustained that weight loss. I do offer personalized, customized macros and calories. I cannot stress enough how important this is. Don't use online calculators. None of them are accurate. If you put your information into 5 calculators, you will get 5 different answers. Invest a little bit in yourself to have your macros and calories done for your body. I will link that service down below for you. That's what I follow to lose and maintain my weight loss. One thing we have to be really careful with when we allow ourselves to have treat meals, and especially treat days, is binge eating. We cannot go off the rails. Like I said, you can undo that entire caloric deficit you put yourself in for the week in 1 day, and it is not worth it, my friends. It is not worth it. That's why for me, a treat meal is something that's more sustainable for me than allowing myself to have an entire treat day. Now, like I said, everybody's different, so maybe treat days work for you. I know for me, a treat meal is something I have done since day one. In fact, Saturday is the day my husband and I go out for dinner or have takeout, and then I have a special dessert that day as well, and it has not derailed my progress. In fact, I feel like it keeps me on track during the week, knowing that I have that to look forward to on Saturday. Be mindful during those treat meals or treat days and focus on it as a treat. Remind yourself that this is a treat meal. This is something that we have 20% of the time, not 80% of the time. And once that day or that meal is over, we get right back on track so we can continue to reach our goals. And another tip I can give you that's really, really important, kind of going back to whatever you do to lose weight, you have to do that to maintain your weight loss, is make sure that during the week, during the week when you're not having a treat meal, that you're eating foods that you enjoy. Don't eat salad if you hate it just for weight loss. Make sure that you incorporate some of your favorite foods every single day. This again is going to make you stick with it long term. Sustainable, healthy weight loss that will stay off is so important. Nobody wants to go through losing weight and the misery of it just to gain it all back. So make sure that what you're eating every day is makes you happy and is sustainable for you long term. I don't see anything wrong with cheat days, cheat meals, treat days, whatever you want to call it. In fact, I think it helps make weight loss sustainable long term. It's about how you navigate those treat days and treat meals. So hopefully today's video gave you a lot of tips and tricks on how to do just that. And I would highly recommend the Happy V Bloat and Digest. That's going to help you process those treat meals and treat days a little bit more effectively without that digestive distress. I will have it linked down below with a discount. Let me know, do you allow yourself to have treat meals, treat days? How do you navigate that? Let us know down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn your bell on, get your macros and calories done, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.